Hello everyone and welcome to the Cereal Review, the show where I review cereal for you. And this week I have Frute Brute. I promised that I would review Frute Brute back in my Blueberry and Frankenberry videos. I didn't think I'd be able to until next year, but luckily I was given some Frute Brute. A brand new box here. I'm so excited to review this for all of you. I said that this was probably my favorite of the Monster cereals, so I can't wait to give my thoughts on it to everybody because this is very good. If you didn't get the chance to try this, really try to find it next year if they bring it back because this is very good. So fresh box, open the top. Let's just get right to it because I can't wait to eat some more Frute Brute here. So Frute Brute is cherry flavored compared to the blueberry and the strawberry of Blueberry and Frankenberry and chocolate for Count Chocula. It used to be different, actually. Back when Frute Brute first came out, many years ago, it was a lime flavor, I believe. I don't think that they ever specified what it was, but it was a lime flavor, people found out. And when they brought it back another time, and I think they changed it to something else, and then this, when they brought it back more recently, it became a cherry flavored cereal, and that's what it's been since then. I think that's a really great idea, actually, because you have the blueberry for Blueberry, for a blue cereal. You have Frankenberry as being like a reddish pink color, more pink I'd say, and it's strawberry. Cherry, a little bit darker to offset it from the Frankenberry, but again, you know that pinkish red color, it's associated with strawberries, raspberries, cherries. So again, really good theming for this one, going with the different fruit flavors for each one, and then Count Chocula is the kind of the outsider, but you get a pretty standard chocolate cereal. So the mascot is a werewolf for Frute Brute. If the mummy comes back, I will definitely review the mummy, Yummy Mummy, that has obviously a mummy mascot. But anyways, let's just get right to this one. Before I put the milk in, we'll do it dry. You have the standard marshmallows that the other Monster cereals have. And I've mentioned that they actually have flavoring in the marshmallows, which is pretty unusual for some of these. Like Lucky Charms, the marshmallows taste like marshmallows, I guess, but these ones have the different flavor added to it. So when you eat the marshmallow at first, it kind of just tastes like a normal cereal marshmallow, but then you get that flavor in it. You can really taste the cherry. It's really interesting, actually. Now, some of the cereal pieces themselves. I think this one, dry, has the most flavor to it out of the three fruit Monster cereals, definitely. The cherry flavor is not the most pronounced, but it is much more pronounced than you would have thought otherwise. Hang on a second. Sorry about that. And it comes through in a subtle way, but very nice. It's a bit difficult to explain. You definitely have to try it for yourself, but dry, it's actually pretty good. Again, it's kind of has a bit of a sticky texture to it because of the sugar coating to it. So it's not great to eat with your hands, but tastes pretty good this way. So I definitely recommend if you're into that. So now let's add some of the milk. Here we go. Okay. Get some with everything with the marshmallows in it too. Oh, that is very flavorful. I don't know what they did to this to make it different compared to the other two, but aside from Count Chocula, this is the Monster cereal that the second you taste it, it just hits you right away, like pow, just hits you right in the face with its flavor. You get a really nice, rich cherry flavor. It probably doesn't taste like real cherries that much. You know, it's like other cherry flavored things when it comes to candy and foods, that sort of thing. But it is quite tasty. The blueberry, you do get the blueberry flavor, but it kind of feels a bit muted at points. Sometimes it comes through less than you'd want it to. I think Frankenberry has a bit less of that issue, but again, it's still kind of hard to taste the strawberry sometimes. Not with this. Frute Brute, it just hits you with cherry flavor. even if you don't really like cherry flavored things that much, maybe it doesn't taste exactly like cherries if you do like regular cherries. But I think it's worth a try, just to, if you've tried the other Monster cereals before, if you didn't get the chance to try this one this year, try it again. Try to get it if they bring it back next year. At least give it a shot, because I think this is probably the best one. I know people probably like Count Chocula the most because chocolate cereal, but I prefer other types of cereal. I'm not the biggest fan of chocolate cereal, so I think that's why I like this one the most. And just, oh man, that flavor! Even if you don't think it tastes like cherry, it's very strong, but it's not overpowering. It's just very tasty. And as you let it sit like the other ones, the flavor mixes in with the milk, so now the milk has a bit of that fruit flavor in it as well. Still a little bit subtle, so I'll let it sit here for another minute or so. Let some of it get a little bit soggy before I do that part of the taste test. Let it mix together a little bit more. So just look at the box, go over it a little bit. They did this on the backs of all of them this year with these new designs. It was just a way to like enter some sweepstakes to win some prizes, that sort of thing. So yeah, no maze in the back, no game for kids, anything like that. Just one of these. It's a little bit boring, but you got the faces of all of them on this side. Just again, another thing for the prizing. And the nutrition facts. That's it. So the box isn't the most interesting, but I don't think they need to be, because people recognize the monster mascots fairly well, I'd say, especially Count Chocula. So just seeing the box, they did it in the retro style, but the new like slightly modified art for this year. They have them there. It's very eye-catching just because when they go out, people go, oh, that's back. They don't normally have this here. I see Count Chocula. Time to get it. And that's how it gets me every year. I know always sometime around the end of August. Again, way too early, I think. But that's when my store usually gets it. I'll go in there and be like, oh, it's there, and I'll pick up my boxes of them. So, yeah, not the worst box. Could be better, I think. I wonder what they'll do next year, because last year they just did the straight up original retro style boxes without changing the artwork that much. So I wonder what they'll do next year. I kind of hope they go back to that again. I wouldn't mind them bringing back like the restylings that they did in the early 2010s, where they had darker boxes and they were more like a modern looking cartoon character. I wouldn't mind that either. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. Anyways, enough of that. Now some of this has gotten soggy at the bottom, so I'll go in and try that. Still holds up really well. I think I said this about the other Monster cereals, but they do take a little while to get soggy. Once they do get soggy, the texture is a little bit... It's a little bit unappealing, I'd say, maybe for some people. But I don't mind it that much. I think it's still really good, and I think it could just gets a lot more flavorful as it goes on, because all the flavors mix in with the milk. So you don't really lose a lot of the flavor as it soaks into the milk and all that as it gets soggy. If anything, it gets better. So if you don't mind soggy cereal, just definitely let this sit a little bit longer than you might normally, because then you should still get all that flavor, but it gets enhanced a little bit as you get with the milk as well. So I'd give it a shot that way. Sorry, it's just really good. There's a reason I think this is the best one. It just, to summarize my thoughts a little bit at the end, it tastes really good dry. It's very good once you add the milk. It's not at all bad soggy. If anything, the flavor is increased. Just the texture's a little bit But man, the flavor is just solid all throughout, no matter how you want to eat it. It has a great mascot with a werewolf. Like, who doesn't like that? That's great. The name is fun too, Frute Brute, to go along with the werewolf. The cherry flavor is good. You don't really get many cherry flavored cereals that I can think of off the top of my head. This might be the only one I can think of. So it's a little bit unique in that way. It's fun because it's seasonal. Hopefully they bring it back again next year. So Yeah, I think Frute Brute's a great cereal. One of my more favorite cereals now that I've had it over this past year. So definitely give it a shot if it comes back next year. I don't think you'll regret it. So thank you for listening. I hope you leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more like this. Let me know any cereals you might want me to try in the comments. I'm open to trying some things I've never tried before. I've had a lot of cereal, but there's still a lot that I have not tried. So if you want to see one, something you think I'll find interesting, just give it a shout. I'll try to look for it and give it a try myself. So thank you for listening, and join me again next time for the cereal review. Thank you.